Hey guys, Coach 2K back with another NBA2K MyLeague series video with my fictional MyLeague and my Hoosier Hobgoblins. So I've been gone for a couple weeks here and I just want to catch you up on some scores and some highlights from my game against the Atlanta Zombies. First time we get a look at them. And so if you're new to the channel, click that subscribe button, click the bell to get notified whenever I upload anything new so you don't miss a single episode. You see the Yetis beat the Titans, the Ogres beat the Werewolves. You can look at Jameson, almost got a triple-double for the Ogres. And he's their point guard with 25 badges, 86 rated overall. Looks like the Gnomes beat the Sea Monsters. The Shapeshifters, wow, what a low-scoring game, 74-68. Got beat by the Centaurs. Shapeshifters got beat by the Centaurs. The Minotaurs got beat by the Boogeyman. Warlocks beat the Mutants. Mutants now 8-4. The Devils and the Goblins. Devils pretty much crushed the Goblins there. And the Wraith beat the Satyrs. Wraith, they're now 7-4. So you see Gajic with 41 points. What a night for him. 22 shots from the floor, 83 rated overall. He's a point guard too. Good night for point guards in these scores. And the Sasquatches beat the Demigods. Demigods struggling this year, 3-9. Leviathans still hot, 10-2 as they win by 21. Players of the week from the prior week: Sean Rooks in the East, Samakai Tompkins in the West. And so this was at the end of the previous week. Rooks is with the Devils, 96 rated overall. Look at some of his scores from the previous 4 games, all wins, all double-doubles. Pretty good week for Sean Rooks. Samakai Tompkins, two-way star, 91 rated overall, 7-footer. And he plays for the Demigods, 8 Hall of Fame badges. And so there's a look at what he did this week too. Wow, look at that, 7 blocks one game. Season high this year is 8. Although I can't remember who did it. So we're going to face the Raleigh Wraith in the first game of the week. They're 7-4, won their last 2. And you know, Byron Dantley's still out, which we've been dying to have him come back, although we've kind of held our own. They were 6-7 before this game. So figured we could just kind of keep around 500 while he was out. We'd be doing good. They're missing Uwawa and Jackson Jr., both out with injuries. And Del Negro. So they do have quite a few injuries on their team compared to us, but I'm sure Del Negro doesn't play much. Looks like their leading scorer is Chang Uwawa, Alex Gajic, and he's the one that had 41 points the other day in that game. So he's definitely somebody that we gotta worry about. Now they beat us in the last game. No, we beat them 90-88. 98-88. So we're up in the season series 1-0. There's the box scores from the previous game. And so I'm not going to put the game highlights up in this game. But before the game, we got a great bit of news. Byron Dantley is back. And he's ready to play. So we had him available for this game. He ended up being player of the game. His first game back, which was great. It was great to have him back out on the floor. You see him going to the rim here and some of the highlights. And it certainly made it a lot easier when you get a guy to the rim like that and finish. So happy to have Dantley back. This is exciting. And there's the stats. We beat the Wraith by 22. No problems there as we shot really well from the floor. And so that improved our record to 7-7, which was which is great. So Dantley's back. We got a win in the books, and we're at 500. And there's some of the scores. How many? Randolph led them with 21. Nobody really had anything outstanding there for them. Let's see how many Dantley had here. Dantley had 37 in his first game back. Pretty good game. The Juker also had 26. Pretty good game for him too. 11 of 13 from the floor, 3 of 3 from the three-point line. The Juker must know I've been talking about him. Wondering what's going on. So next game was the Miami Mutants. Miami Mutants. Curtis Jennings is out. And he's got some back spasms. He was tough that last game. And so here's kind of the status of his injury here. He says nothing's going to keep him out of the game. He does play in this game, but he wasn't near as effective as he was the first time we faced the Mutants. And that was just the other day where we got beat pretty soundly, but not in this one. In home, in Coach 2K Coliseum, we were able to get the victory and win 110-100, which was outstanding. Another win with Dantley on the floor. And now we're above 500, I think, for the first time this season, which is great. So we improved to 8-7 after this game. So that's exciting. You can see that fourth quarter there. Was that like 83% from the floor? Yeah, we just killed him in the fourth quarter. There's a look at the stats. You see Dantley with 38 in that game. Kid had 23. He went 11 for 12 from the floor. Great game for Kid. The Juker dropped off a little bit. And for them, Henderson was a beast, man. He was killing us all over the place. And Akeem Booth, who put up a triple-double against us last time, didn't hurt us near as much this time. And he got hurt in this game. He got a collapsed lung. So, another major player down with an injury. That's been going on this year. Did you remember Biedron's one of the great players in the league? He's out for most of the season. So, a few weeks, I think Akeem Booth will be back. Not as bad as that. Alright, so next game up is the Zombies from Atlanta. I figure that's a good place to put the Zombies. So AC Washburn, the athletic finisher, 85 rated overall. And is he from Indiana? Is that what that says? He's a power forward. Take a look at his badges there. Got quite a few. And so there's a look at some of he's been doing. They've been on a losing streak. And they've lost at least the last 4. Looking at this screenshot here. Other guy to look out for, Alan Ingram. Ingram is a two-way guard, 83 rated overall. Shooting guard. Have a look at his badges that he's got. And Ingram would have a great game. He looked really good out there against us. And one of the things I kind of liked about him was he had some championship DNA. And outside of the Juker, I don't know that I'd seen that in another player quite yet. They got 4 losses. And there's what he's done in those losses. So yeah, the Zombies, they've lost 4 straight. So this is a great opportunity to get another win and see if we can prove to go 2 games above 500. That'd be exciting. Looking forward to seeing how this game goes. And their leading scorer, Alan Ingram. And I can tell you, those 3 guys at the top, Ingram, Washburn, and Augman, are their primary go-to guys. And so here's a couple profiled. The Juker, 16.7 points a game, shooting 60% from the floor. And there's Washburn, 15 and 11, averaging a double-double. I really like the Zombies uniforms. I think I did a really good job. I like them. Let me know in the comments what you think. I switched from the kind of the golder uniforms to the white home unis so we can see better on the floor as they get on the board first. And we make a nice pass here to Bayo, who rolls it around and into the rim. And so Bayo gets us going. Nice pass by Warwick there. A little flashy pass as Bayo does a look away and then goes in and shoots the layup. Fast break here. Bad pass by us. And they get it to Ingram. Ingram on the board. 5-4. He's going to kill us all game. And he's getting a double team here. And we finally just see Daly hanging out in the restricted area all by himself. He gets the easy dunk. And so that's Prigioni. He had a pretty good game too. You see Bayo get another 2. Nice pass by Dantley. Dantley's playing well. So nice to see him on the floor and have somebody actually get a chance to it makes a difference when you got a guy out there who's like 96 rated overall, superstar, or whatever he is. He takes the 3 here as he cuts to the wide open top of the key. And we're up early as they try and force it inside and do a nice job. I thought, we were kind of around him. We didn't really contest it. Nice pass by Dantley to the juker. Scoops it in there. And there's Ogman. Ogman was a pretty good point guard, aggressive when he needed to be, as Prigioni gets into another layup situation, and he finishes it inside as Bryce Kidd also gets on the board. Oh, we gave Ogman a little bit too much space, and he hits the 3. Nice pass there, big block by Dantley as we get out into transition. And I don't think we got anything out of it. And they're going to run it right back at us. And check out this pass here. And they miss, but I think that's Page. Gets the rebound. Page or Johnson. And they're leading early. As we get Dantley up at the top. That's one of his hot spots there. And he knocks down the 3. We didn't get the jump ball. Nice pass here. Watch this pass as he sneaks it through there. Wow, he fed that through the needle. And we get Cummings going in as the shot clock expires. He scores to bring us back within 1. There's some rookies, assist leaders. See, we got Gadsden on that list. Want to show that stat real quick. As Johnson finds Page in the corner. Page buries it. Another 3. As Dantley, with everybody around him, decides to take the shot, and he gets it up in there. And Gadsden on the break. I usually count on 1 or 2 of those a game. It's always nice to get Gadsden wide open. And there we just left him a little bit too much space. Check out this shot by Jedovic. Check this out. I'm gonna go around. It's like just over the back of my head there. I didn't even look at the basket as Cummings gets a lot of space and he uses it as Sullinger. He had a pretty good game too. And we get the backdoor cut to Jedovic. He knocks another one in. So good job, Jedovic. So we're in the second quarter now. We're up 5. And we find Ruiz. He was a pretty good pickup on free agency. If you recall a couple videos ago, I picked him up off free agency, and he's been a little bit of a force in there, which is kind of nice. As you see Cummings, or is that Taylor, with a nice finish there in traffic. I think that is Ingram again here. Here's Ogman. He's going to take it to the rim and do a nice job finishing. So they're hanging tough here. I always hate can't get a lead open as Page with the step back brings them within 1. Here's Ruiz. Nice job with the post move as Ruiz scores. And they're still hanging tight. We find Taylor, the backdoor cut, and he was able to get that. Oh, this is my favorite player, Berzins in traffic on the fast break. You see, he's pumped too, man. He's like, yeah, I'm going to the free throw line for my and 1, and he knocks it down. And Ruiz got fouled earlier on that dunk he got. He missed his free throw, which is normal. And there we throw it away. Gets them out in the break. And I forget what's going to happen here. Oh, the alley-oop to Washburn. Check out this alley-oop, man. Totally unexpected. I didn't expect him to do that. Did a nice job there. And there on the miss, we get it out in transition and watch Dantley over the top with a two-handed slam. Look at this. He just rises above. Man, I missed that. That's for sure. Dantley misses a shot there, but Kidd with the rebound. And he puts it back in. Crashing the glass. Making the effort play. As Ingram with a nice move. Floating it in. And we're up by 6 here. As we get a nice 3 by Kidd. We'd have 4 threes on the game. They try the alley-oop, but the guy still gets the ball. I hate the alley-oops always go back to offense. Oh my gosh, Ogman getting out into the passing lane. He just went in there and stole it, man. Good job by Ogman playing some defense. As Ingram with another 2. He'd have a great first half. And they find, is that Prigioni? Yeah, there he is. I got the 3. And there, Gatson, pick and fade. He's got a nice little jump shot. And Ingram with another step back, making us pay here as Dantley gets to the rim and he gets the foul at the end of the half here. Oh, I remember what's going to happen here. This is crazy. Hits the second one. And check this out as the Zombies throw the ball in and they launch it from nearly 3/4 court and they nail it to take the lead at the half. What a shot, man. Oh, I was like, oh, I can't believe that went in. 61-59 at the half. No defense being played here. You see Dantley with 17, Ingram with 15. And there's the field goal percentage leaders. We got 2 guys on that list. Semai Bayo. And I can't remember who the other guy was. Look at Dantley there with the turnaround. Getting those points back from the half as he gets inside and takes a tough layup. He gets it to go. Gives us a 2-point lead. And Prigioni pulls up from behind the screen. Does a good job knocking that shot down. As they score again. Oh, here we go. Cut fly alley with a alley-oop dunk. It's time to unleash the alley-oops. There's the first one to Dantley. I love cut fly alley, man. Oh, look at Dantley. Man, did he hammer that? Look at that. Look at this dunk, man. He just cocks that thing back and hammers it home. And we got a 4-point lead now, but don't know what happened there. But we didn't play any defense, and we gave, I'm pretty sure that was Washburn, a clear path to the rim, and he took it in there and dunked it with authority. Oh, big play here as Dantley steals it from Ingram and gets another dunk in the open court. Look at this. Oh, that's a great steal from Ingram, too, especially. But, there's Ruiz off the pick and roll. I'm telling Ruiz is a good pickup, man. He's got some size. And, Ingram gets us back, though. He gets his own steal and his own slam in the open court. Kind of payback Dantley for getting his. You see Gatson with a nice fadeaway from the post. And nice mid-range jumper. Just snuck in there and got some clean air to get the shot off. Big block by Ruiz. Check it out. Ruiz with the block, and he's going to get another one here. Watch this. And he blocks that one too. So Ruiz is bringing some defense, and that's why we brought him in for his shot contesting. Inside, as we see Cummings cut back door and get a wide open shot in the paint as he lays it in. And we're up by 4. Sullinger, though, with a 3. And he had a quick release on that as is that Prigioni? It's another one. Good job by him. And we thought we had some open space there. We didn't, but Bayo picks up the mistake and puts it in. Good job by Bayo as Sullinger goes through traffic, goes through 3 of our guys and scores. And Bayo gets him back on the other end. Up by 5. Fourth quarter here as we get a wide open dunk by Bayo. Bayo's pumped up. Ingram with another step back. We couldn't get the rebound to get him inside. And so let's see here. Bayo's going to do another one here. And he scores again, 89-82. And there's a dunk by Warwick on the fast break. And now we're up by, is that 9? Am I reading that right? As Ogman forces his way in. Cuts it to 7. And we just cannot shake these guys. They're back by 5. And there's that cut fly alley play again. We get Byron Dantley with another alley-oop dunk. Look at that, pretty. I just love that play. So, nice job by Ingram there with the head fake. I thought he walked. No call. And so, in transition. Oh! Wow, another alley-oop to Washburn, man. What a play as we find Kidd off the pick and roll. I thought the defense was going to collapse there, but it went out to the shooter, if you can call it that, as they get another rebound, and Washburn dunks it again. 1-point game with 4.5 to go as Dantley with the turnaround fade from the free throw line. He's got 33, gives us a 3-point lead. As we take it inside again as the Juker, we almost forgot he's on the team, hits a big mid-range shot there as Ingram scores again to keep him in it. Down 3, and Ogman gets wide open, and he nails it. 99 all, 2.5 to go, and we're going to go back to our favorite play with Byron Dantley. Go back to the Notre Dame days, I guess. Yes, Ogman finds Ingram. Ingram knocks down the 3, and now they got the lead with 2 minutes to go. 102-101. No, we're in traffic here, and Dantley finds a wide open Juker. He makes the extra pass, and the Juker hits a big shot to give us back the lead here, and another alley-oop to Dantley. And so we're up by 3 with 47 seconds to go as Dantley with the step back fadeaway, and he knocks it down. Now he gives us a 5-point lead, and Dantley's, yeah, that's why we got him on the team, for superstar plays like that. But then he doesn't play any defense, and he gives up to Ingram. 3-point game, but Dantley does a nice job finding the Juker to get a quick score off the inbounds play. 5-point lead here as we get in Prigioni's face, not quite, and they got a foul, and so Dantley's going to go to the line, try and ice the game here, and he knocks down the first, and they're chanting MVP. You can't hear it, but they're going MVP, so he's going to soak it in here and listen to the crowd show their admiration for a great game here as he'll knock down this second one. Now they'll pretty much do it. He was the player of the game as we win by 7. You know, even though they lost 4 straight, and we gave them their 5th straight loss, they were a pretty tough opponent. And Ingram was a really, really good player. And so was Ogman and Washburn too. You see Dantley with 41 points. What a monster night. Bayos 12 and 10. As we have a pretty good game there. As Ingram, look at that, he had what, 26 or 28. You know, they had 5 guys. Yeah, 5 guys in double figures. Oh yeah, Ogman, Washburn, Ingram at the top, just like we thought. I was a little surprised Prigioni, I didn't expect him. And Sullinger had a pretty good game too. So Dylan had like 13 rebounds. Scores around the league, the Devils beat the Ogres to improve to 12 and 5. Boogeyman got beat by the Grim Reapers. Grim Reapers now 8 and 7. Of course, there's our game. We now are 9 and 7. 2 games above 500, which is great. And the Gnomes, they got beat by the Doppelgangers. Leviathan's another win, 102-81 over the Fire-Breathing Dragons, 13-2 on the season. The Vampires, looks like they beat the Big Feet. The Titans beat the Shapeshifters and the Furies. I can't really tell who won that game. Looks like they beat the Wraith. And the Goblins beat the Demigods. Goblins 11-8 on the season. And the Sasquatches got beat by the Sea Monsters. Those are scores around the league. Then we had another player of the week at the end of this week. Rayshawn Odin and Freeman Beasley, players of the week. I thought Byron Dantley got overlooked here. He had great games. Beasley's with the Minotaurs. You might remember he went off on us and went crazy when he beat us earlier in the year with his team. Look at his stats the last 4 games. I mean, definitely deserving of Player of the Week honors. And Rayshawn Odin with the Shapeshifters. He had a pretty outstanding week too, but his team only won 1 game, even though he had a pretty good week. You look at the Dantley stats here in just a second. I mean, they're going to look just as good. I mean, 41, 38, 37, and 3 wins. So, I felt like Byron Dantley got snubbed. He got snubbed, and I don't like it. So, alright, so you can see we moved up into the standings, and we're now in 3rd place in the Eastern Conference at 9-7. Alright, so that's a great week. And so we'll get ready for our next game, which is against the Vampires. I am Coach 2K, and I'll see you on the court in our next game. Thanks for watching.